video got lost, I think. Maybe when we upload this, we'll get yesterday's also. So we thought we'll do the revision again, what you missed yesterday. I mean, whatever we did yesterday, we lost the video. That's why we are re-recording for you. That is Canto 1, Chapter 2, revision from the first verse. Bhakti, you remember first verse? Who spoke?
Vyasadev speaks
About what?
About Suta Goswami, and he says that Suta Goswami is going to thank his the sages for asking those 6 questions.
Yes.
He's happy with the questions of the sages.
Yes, very good. Actually, to give you a background, in the first chapter, in Naimisharanya, all the sages had gathered
for 1,000-year sacrifice.
Yes, to please Krishna. And that time they invited Suta Goswami and they glorified him and asked him 6 questions. So after hearing 6 questions, Suta Goswami felt very happy. That's what Vyasadeva is saying. He felt very happy and he thanked them. How did he thank them? What were the wordings? So when he wants to say that, he starts the second verse saying Suta Uvacha. In Suta Uvacha, second and third verse, what is happening? Bhakti.
In Suta Uvacha, Suta Goswami glorifies his spiritual master,
who is
Shukadev Goswami.
Yes.
And then he prays to, he does not glorify actually, he prays to his spiritual master, Shukadev Goswami.
Yeah, it's a glorification and prayer.
And then he prays to Narayana, Naranarayana Rishi.
Okay, in the first two verses, he's only, second and third verse, he's only praying to Shukadev Goswami. In the fourth verse, whom is he praying?
He's praying to Narayana, Naranarayana Rishi, Saraswati Devi and Vyasadev.
Okay, and he says Tato Jayam Udirayat. Means
may all auspicious and success be there for those who read Bhagavatam.
Actually, in one of the Acharya's commentary, it means whoever reads Bhagavatam, victory is ascertained for them. Like that, So Jaya means it's like that. Actually, means you are going to be victorious, Jaya means is all that is meant for conquering. Okay. So this is going to be really actually bringing us, to the place. If he at all wants to conquer this perpetual existence, struggle for existence, he must re-establish his eternal relation with God, says Prabhupada. If at all somebody wants to conquer his perpetual struggle for existence, means we are always into punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatre shayanam, correct? No? Means we are again and again taking birth, dying, again and again entering into a mother's womb, and that is a struggle for existence. And if you want to stop that business of again taking birth here in this material world, then Srimad Bhagavatam is the way to go back to Godhead and to never come back. So it's certainly giving us victory. That's why Prabhupada is explaining like that in the purport. Okay. Then in the fifth verse, what's happening, Bhakti?
In the 5th verse, he appreciates the 6 questions of the sages and says that they are worthy of appreciation for 2 reasons. The first reason is that the questions of the sages were about Lord Krishna. The second reason was that their questions were for the welfare of the people in general.
Very good. So in the 5th verse, you remember the verse numbers, my dear friends? In the 5th verse, Suta Goswami is appreciating the questions of the sages of Naimisharanya. Why? For 2 reasons. 1, because the questions were about Supreme Lord Krishna. 2, because the questions were for the welfare of the people in general. Okay. Then from the 6th and 7th verse, what is he teaching?
6th and 7th verse, he's teaching that the answer, he's teaching the answer for the first 2 questions out of the 6 questions asked by the sages.
What were the first 2 questions?
The first 2 questions were, what is the ultimate and absolute good for the people of Kali Yuga in general?
Correct. And
the second question was, what is the essence of all Vedic scriptures? And the answer for both of them were told in this verse.
Which verse?
6
and
7. 6 and 7. And the answer is Bhakti Yoga.
Yes. Bhakti Yoga. And also one more point is told. What is that? By practicing Bhakti Yoga, you get what?
Forgot.
By practicing Bhakti Yoga, you get 2 things. What are they?
Yes. By practicing Bhakti Yoga, we get Detachment and knowledge.
Yes, knowledge about what?
Knowledge about the Supreme Lord and
And his
ourselves.
leelas, his forms, his paraphernalia, everything. You get knowledge, more and more about the Supreme Lord by reading Bhagavatam. Yes. And detachment from what?
Detachment from everything else other than Krishna, which are not good for
Detachment
us.
does not mean that a person will give up family and go to forest. No, not like that. He will not be attached. Detachment means he will not be too attached that
Affected.
it will cause him pain. Like, see, we all are attached to our salary. We work, so we deserve the salary. But expecting salary is not a problem, but expecting increments, as per our expectation, that Krishna says that is his choice, Krishna's choice. Salary will come. It's not that you should work and don't expect salary also. No, not like that. Salary will come, but don't expect promotions, as per your expectation. When Krishna wants, he will give you. That's the meaning. So, a person, which topic we were discussing? I lost my
We were
track.
discussing about what does bhakti give you. Two things. Jnana
Knowledge and detachment, right?
Vairagya.
So detachment means a person who is so much into knowing about Krishna, they're spending every evening to hear about Krishna, they're trying to meditate about Krishna. For them, then in salary increment, if they get or not, then they'll say, no problem, I'm getting my salary enough, I will adjust with that. So that adjustment mentality will come.
Hare
Jayanti
Krishna
Ganeshanji,
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Actually, yesterday's live, no, it got lost. We are searching. This girl switched off my Wi-Fi, and then it's not there. That file only is not there. So I thought if we re-record the thing, then you will be able to. For your sake only, we are doing this live again. Jayanti Ganeshanji and for Phoenix Dunyaji, we are actually doing this session for your sake and whoever wants to learn. So you might have come back. Yes, you might have come back in search of this recording, but even we could not get. How will you get it? So we are doing it again. So now we will finish uploading in another 10 minutes. We will put it, and then at 7 p.m. we are again coming for today's revision. Okay, this is yesterday's we are doing. So Bhakti, we were discussing now in the 6th and 7th verse. Sutta Goswami gives answers for the first two questions, and the answer you said is Bhakti Yoga. Okay, and with Bhakti Yoga, I asked you what are the things you get by practicing Bhakti Yoga. So what was the
Knowledge
answer?
and detachment.
You get two things. It is knowledge and detachment. Knowledge about what?
About the absolute truth or about
Correct.
Krishna.
Correct. Very good. And second thing, what do you get?
Detachment.
Yes. What
Detachment means means
You will
getting
not be-
rid of painful
Expectations.
Yes, expectations.
That's all. Detachment does not mean that you will no more love your wife, no more love your children. You will run to forest in search of Krishna like Dhruva Maharaj. No, not like that. Detachment means we will not be overly attached to some returns. We all should do something, but we should not ask for returns. We may love our children. We should not ask our children to return our favor. So we should. That's why we should love Krishna also. When we love children, we should love Krishna also. If we have done the duty towards our children with love for Krishna's pleasure, then Krishna will take care of us in our old age, whether our children take care or not. If Krishna wants to take care of us through our children, then our children will behave nicely and they will take care. If Krishna does not want our children to take care, if he himself won't take care, then Krishna will show to the world how he is taking care of us in a nice manner. So we should not be attached that this way only it happens, that way only it should happen. No, that detachment will come automatically
By practicing Bhakti Yoga.
Very good. That was the 6th and 7th verse. Then 8th, 9th, 10th verses, what did it speak? Bhakti.
Dharma.
Dharma. About dharma, what was spoken?
About dharma, it was told that dharma should not be, dharma or duty should not be done for the sake of getting artha or
Before that, something else was told.
dharma should be done so that we understand the Supreme Lord or Krishna.
That is later. That's
Dharma
the 10th verse.
swanushtitah pumsam.
Say, what is that?
Dharma swanushtitah pumsam vishwaksena katha suyah notpadayed yadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam.
What is the meaning of this, Bhakti?
The meaning is that when we do our duties to our husband or wife or to our parents or to our teacher, any duty that we do, if that duty is not giving us rati or attraction for Krishna, then that duty is shrama eva hi kevalam or useless labor.
That was the first thing that you had to say. You missed it. Okay. Then after that, then what you should say is whatever you said in the past, now tell that. Then what? After that, what? So
After that,
dharma means, he's saying dharma means it should increase whatever duty we do to family or to our job life. When the way we do it, we should feel like turning towards Krishna. If any duty makes us turn towards Krishna, that duty is worth it. If any duty makes us forget Krishna, that duty is a waste of time. It's a useless endeavor. Okay. So then about dharma, what else has been told?
it has been told that dharma or
In the
duty,
9th and 10th verses.
dharma or duty should be done so that we can understand the absolute truth or understand Krishna, not for just earning money. Dharma
And
should
forgetting
not be
Krishna.
done for earning money and forgetting Krishna.
So it is told that dharma is not done to just earn money and thereby sense gratification. But in the next verse says, dharma is done. Of course, we can take care of two things.
Yeah,
What is
of
told?
our healthy life
Of our
and
health
self-preservation.
and self-preservation. But dharma should be intending to know about absolute truth. Okay, that is the 10th verse. Okay. In the 11th verse, what was told, Bhakti?
It was told that how the absolute truth is seen by different kinds of people,
Transcendentalists.
different transcendentalists in different ways.
So how are the transcendentalists seeing
The
absolute truth?
Ashtanga yogis see the absolute truth as Paramatma, and the Jnanis see the absolute truth as Brahman, and the devotees see the absolute truth as Bhagavan.
Perfect. So this much only we learned yesterday. So we can again revise it for you now once more. And that is, we gave a detailed revision now in 11 minutes, around 12 minutes. Now we are going to again tell. So in the first verse of the second chapter, it is speaking about what happened in the first chapter. In the first chapter, at Naimisharanya, all sages gathered and they requested Suta Goswami to be their leader. And they asked him 6 questions after appreciating him, respectfully speaking to him, appreciating him, and then they asked 6 questions. So now it's Suta Goswami's turn, but Vedavyasji is passing a comment. He is saying, in the Naimisharanya, Suta Goswami, whose name was Ugrashrava, he was son of Romaharshana, he became very pleased by the questions of the sages and he thanked them. Then next verse number 2 and 3 speaks how Suta actually thanked is by first praying to his teachers. Okay. So in the second verse and third verse, we see how he is glorifying his teacher Shukadev Goswami, who is the son of Vedavyasji, as a person who can enter into even the hearts of the trees. Therefore, he can enter into hearts of the people of Kali Yuga, who are so much grossly ignorant people. Even for them, Shukadev Goswami only is a spiritual master. He is a spiritual master for so many munis. Like that, he glorifies in the second and third verse. And in the fourth verse, he prays to Narayana Rishis, Vedavyasji, Mother Saraswati. And then he is saying Bhagavatam is sure to give us victory. What kind of victory, Bhakti, was that?
Victory in our spiritual life, that we go back to the abode of the Supreme Lord.
Yes. Prabhupada says victory in the struggle of existence means we are going to conquer the struggle of existence. We'll now never have any more struggle to exist in this material world because we'll never come back here. If you read Bhagavatam daily, you will never come back to this place. That's only a failure candidate comes here. So all of us are failures, so we are here. We failed to go back to God's abode. Therefore, we are here. Now, reading Bhagavatam in this life, we are not going to be failures. Is there any exam before which we can say that you are only going to get 100% mark? No. But Bhagavatam is such an exam, death is such an exam, where we can say if you are reading Bhagavatam daily, 100%, and if you're paying attention with all your heart, if you're with all the humble begging mood, if you're hearing Bhagavatam, 100% you are not going to take birth again, you are going back to God's abode. And 100% the one who is hearing about Krishna, he is going to become very pure. This is what Bhagavatam is promised. That's why Tato Jayam Udirayet. Okay, that is the fourth verse. And in fifth verse, what did we see? You remember?
Suta Goswami is praying to Narayana.
That's in the fourth verse. Just now we said that.
Okay. Then he's thanking. Suta Goswami is thanking all the sages for their 6 questions, which are questions about Lord Krishna and questions for the welfare of all the people in general.
Yes, he's saying that your questions are glorious, your questions are wonderful because they speak about two very important things. One is the questions are asking about Krishna, another one is the questions are for the welfare of people in general. So, fifth verse is Sutta Goswami appreciating the questions for and by saying that why they are glorious, and they are glorious for two reasons. That much is explained in the fifth verse. Sixth and seventh verse, what it says is the answer to the first two questions of the sages of Naimisharanya. So, what were the first two questions, Bhakti?
The first 2 questions were, what is the absolute and ultimate good for all the people in general?
Yes.
The second question was, what is the essence of all Vedic scriptures?
Yes. And the answer given here in the sixth and seventh verse is Savai Pumsam
Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje.
Bhaktir Adhokshaje. Okay, do bhakti.
To Adhokshaje.
Savai Pumsam
Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje. Ahaituki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati.
The next verse is Vasudeve Bhagavati
Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Janayatyashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayadahaitukam.
Vairagyam Jnanam Cheda. So Vairagya and Jnana, you just do bhakti.
You get Vairagya and
You
Jnana,
get
knowledge
bhakti.
and detachment.
This is the answer given for the first two questions. So just do bhakti. That was the answer. Okay. Then that was the sixth and seventh verse. Then eighth, ninth, and 10th verse. What he speaks is, he speaks about, because they had what is the most important thing. No. Now he said your dharma is to do bhakti yoga. No. Now he is telling and what dharma should not be. First he said dharma should be bhakti yoga. To do bhakti yoga is the dharma. Then what dharma should not be? He said, see, if you are doing so many duties to all the people in your family and then you are not getting any interest in Krishna, then that dharma is waste. Then he's saying, see, dharma, some people are doing it to earn money. And with money, they're trying to do sense gratification, which is not correct. Dharma is not for artha and artha is not for kama. Yes, kama is okay to lead healthy life and for a little bit of a break. It's okay. But kama only should not be your life. You should not be living only to eat. You eat to live to achieve the goal. But don't live only to eat. Like that. Now, that's the meaning that is conveyed in the 10th verse. Okay. And so 9th and 10th verse is saying dharma is not for artha alone and artha is not for kama alone. But little karma you can do to preserve your life, to lead a healthy life. Like you can go swimming, or you can go do some exercise, or do yogasana, pranayama. All these things you can do to keep your health intact. You can earn money to go to swimming pool and pay there, and you can practice, no problem. But your focus should be, that is the main dharma should be to know about the absolute truth. That's the 10th verse saying you should do your dharma to know. You should be living to know about the absolute truth. Absolute truth means Krishna. You should be living to know Krishna. That's why we are doing this much revision. Okay, and then in the 11th verse, that was the 10th verse. In the 11th verse, what did we learn? You remember?
In the 11th verse, we learnt about dharma.
No.
We learnt about how the absolute truth is seen.
Yes. What's that? Tell.
How is the absolute truth seen by 3 different transcendentalists?
Yes.
That is, the jnanis see the absolute truth as Paramatma, and see the absolute truth as Brahman. And the jnanis see the absolute truth as Brahman, and the yogis see the absolute truth as Paramatma, and the bhaktis see the absolute truth as
Not bhaktis,
Bhagavan. Bhakti yogis.
Yes.
Bhakti yogis see the absolute truth as Bhagavan.
Which is that shloka?
Paramatmeti. I forgot.
Vadanti
Tattvavidas tattvam yajnanam advayam
Brahmeti
Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti shabdyate.
So Brahmeti, some people say Brahma. Paramatmeti, some people say Paramatma. Bhagavan iti, some people say Bhagavan. Like this, they give different names for the absolute truth. Like that particular verse is saying, And then what happens next? That you will see today at 7 p.m. Hare Krishna. Until then,
Hare
you have a
Krishna.
break till 7 o'clock. Please take a break and join us back at 7 p.m. for today's verses revision from the verse number 12 onwards. Hare Krishna. Now, if you want